sugarcane is a tropical grass. It has a very distinctive signature in its isotopes. Or were they eating something like a sweet potato, which looks very different in terms of its isotopes. And when you put that together from the skeletal data, especially when we have the microfossil data as well, then you can really put together a complete picture of, yeah, we think we know what these people are eating.
That's right. People hundreds of years ago on Easter Island were consuming more land-based protein than water-based protein. That's just one of the countless details found by looking at the teeth of ancient inhabitants of Rapa Nui, more commonly known as Easter Island. Dudgeon was most recently on Easter Island in 2009. In these images, you can see some of the incredible artifacts, huge stone carvings that are their own mystery. While they were gathering the remnants of the inhabitants, they found that the teeth were in remarkably good condition while the bones were simply dust.
The excavations are just tremendous. You dig down in the sand like that, it's like cutting into a layer cake. You really get the history.
Once they had gathered the teeth and other remnants, the team headed back to the States to scan and document, a time-consuming and meticulous process.
We did a DNA analysis of, well, we did it over 100 people, but we ended up getting about 60 that turned out to be pretty good data. And we can show that not only was Easter Island not settled by just a few people, but we can actually see people coming from the farthest reaches of the Pacific to get there, to actually land on Easter Island.
After studying the teeth of the past, they compared them with teeth extracted from local people.
It's really fascinating because in the past, people ate kind of a more varied diet, probably things that were coming out of their natural environment. A couple of samples that we had that had a lot of this kind of tartar built up on it, we didn't find anything like that in it. And we figured this is somebody who just probably ate frozen pizza their whole life. They never ate anything that was like a vegetable that would have left some stuff in their teeth.
And if you aren't into studying teeth, don't worry. Dudgeon says this type of work isn't just for bioarchaeologists.
The kind of things that archaeologists do in investigatory techniques is the same kind of thing that crime scene analysts do, that forensics experts do, that people who study traumatic events, big events like earthquakes, things like that, when they're trying to find the evidence within it. It's the same kind of things that we do in the lab. And so I think there's a lot of applicability outside of this research realm of archaeology. There's very practical aspects to it as well.